But yeah, we're back. 72K USD or over 100K AED. We're an all-time high.
This is, I've been waiting to use this word for a long time. We're in price discovery.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 2 words.
That is 2 words.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been waiting. I've screwed it up.
But look, we haven't seen this before a bull market hitting an all-time highs.
No. So how do you feel about that? Nervous? Excited?
I am excited. It's a bit, I guess we're in uncharted territory now. So we're kind of, I'm sure you've mapped everything out and know exactly where the market's going. But
I wish.
In terms of, if you want to pull up that chart that kind of compares this cycle to the last couple of cycles.
Let's get that up, shall we?
Yeah.
Once I find it. Here we go.
Yeah, perfect. So as you can see, we've followed a very similar trajectory to the 2016 halving and then the 2020 halving. Only difference is those happened after the halving, whereas we're right before it. So
we are.
Only time will tell. But yeah, I guess, what do you have to make of it, Pav?
Yeah. It is a different cycle this time, which is a very nothing answer. But I've already said this a couple of times. I'm just looking at what's moving the market right now and just paying attention to that. Is there any changes there, and then observe what it does to price. But for me, it's all about the ETFs. You hear it everywhere. You're probably sick of it. You're probably bored of it. You probably don't want to hear it again. But it literally is what's driving a lot of the narrative right now. So, if I had to quickly bring up something that everyone should half know what it means, this is a website you can access for free, farside.co.uk. Shout out to those guys. But they provide, I guess, the most accurate and latest data when it comes to the ETF flows. So what we're talking about there is the ETF could essentially trade overnight the US session, and you could have lots and lots of volume, but unless there's actually positive flows to Bitcoin being bought and not being sold, you don't really know if it's bullish or negative, or bullish or bearish for price. So all you need to really care about on this table is this total column. So if this is black and high, it means that there's more and more Bitcoin being taken out of circulation and being put away in these custodians. And so far, the front runner has been this first one, IBIT. That's the BlackRock product. It's just been absolutely demolishing it when it comes to the total volumes. As long as this is still in my book showing black and it's close to the averages, which is $237.6 million US each day of net buying, I think there's not really too much negative you can see in the market, particularly when there's this sort of type of money coming in every day.
Yep.
But if we start to see lots of red or selling, so, we had this one blip day back here where we had more selling than buying. If we see a couple of consecutive days of selling, that's when I'd probably be starting to look at the charts and look for, okay, are we at potential areas where people might be trimming, taking profits, realizing gains, that sort of thing. So, looking at this particular chart, I guess for those listeners at home tuning in via the Spotify, we've got a current map of the current market cycle from top to bottom. We've used Fibonacci from top to bottom. And yeah, the 1.272 ratio is about 83.5K US dollars. So that's probably an area where if we start to see ETF selling when we move into it, I probably might be concerned and think about the pullback, especially so close to the halvening. So, a potential scenario that I'm wondering if we get is just a continued move up to some level like this before we get some sort of finally some sort of pullback and retracement.
So around 83,000 US?
Yeah, that's the next target. But there's nothing to say you don't just go straight through that. Head up to 100K, which is the next level, which is the 161% ratio. And then you start to consolidate as well. So I still think we're due for a consolidation at some stage, but it's about working out at what point the market is pricing in that consolidation period.
Yep.
And when we do get that consolidation period, I dare say that's when we start to see the altcoins really start to expand and explode. So I still think the altcoins will be on the move now as Bitcoin's moving up as well, especially things like Solana, which has been outperforming Bitcoin this whole cycle so far. But in terms of where I see Bitcoin going, what's worth paying attention to, it seems like, especially with this weekly close that we just had, I wouldn't be surprised if we just still keep going, at least for this week and next week. And then we'll see what things hold for us in the coming weeks.